Hi everyone, welcome to the next lecture. I hope everything is cleared before, and today we would be starting with factorization of polynomial. Okay, so let's start and see what we're gonna learn today. So say first, factor theorem. If px is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is a real number, then x minus a is a factor of px if p of a is 0, obviously, and p of a is 0 if x minus a is a factor of px. So they go otherwise. Okay, if x minus a becomes a factor, then obviously p of a would be 0, and if we find out p of a is 0, so it would be a factor. By the remainder theorem, we can prove it that. Okay, so if p of a is 0, then p of x equal to x minus a into q of x, because remainder becomes 0, and which shows that x minus a is a factor of px because it's shown in the multiple. Okay, and other way around also we can show that. Since x minus a is a factor of px, so px equals to x minus a into gx for some polynomial gx, and that can be written in the same case, and p of a would be found out to be 0. Okay, now examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of given polynomials or not. Okay, so first we would start with case 1. Okay, now tell me, what is the rule for having a factor? If x minus a is a factor of px, then remainder or p of a should be 0. So what is a here? Just put x minus a to 0. Okay, and how would you do that? X plus 2 is equals to 0. It's plus, okay. So x would be equal to minus 2. Okay, so we're gonna just put it here. So p of minus 2 would be equal to minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. Okay, so it will be minus 8 here, 4 is a 12, minus 10 plus 6. Okay, so it will be 0. Okay, so p of a is 0. So yes, it's a factor of px. I'm supposing it's px and it's qx. Okay, so yes, we can write it yes. Okay, now we'll check for q of x. It's simple. Yeah, I know you have already seen that it's 0. So yes, it's again a factor of 2x plus 4 also. Okay. Now, find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of... Okay, now, just see this line. Okay, if it's a factor, then for sure, p of a would be 0. And what is a here? Where a equals to 1. Okay, so just write p of a. Okay, or p of 1 we would write. 4 into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 4 plus k. Okay, and we know that p of 1 for sure would be 0 since it's a factor. So 4 plus 3 minus 4 plus k. Okay, so it comes out to be 3 plus k equals to 0. So k is equal to minus 3. Only for this value particularly we can say that x minus 1 is a factor of given polynomial. Okay, now factorize this by using factor theorem. Okay, factor theorem states that any x minus a is a factor of the given polynomial if a is given 0. So find zeros of the polynomial. Okay, it's simple to find 0. I hope you know how to find the zeros of a bipolynomial or polynomial with degree 2. Okay, let's see. So I hope you know about the fact of what? Splitting the middle term. Okay, I'll just write it down for you. You can note it down on your copies. It's not given. Okay, so splitting the middle term. Okay, so there are two rules for the splitting. Okay, such a way that the middle term or the middle term coefficient more precisely is the one with the sum. Okay, so two terms we need to find with the sum is equal to 17 for here case. Okay, coefficient of the middle term, and product should be equal to, for here case, 6 into 5, or in general we can write a into c, or sum is equal to b for a polynomial of type ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so 17 sum and 30, it's 30, okay, 30 product. I can clearly see 15 plus 2, okay. If not, then there's no way for this. You just need to practice, okay. Okay. Okay, combining these two terms and the other two, we would get, taking common 2x, we would get 3x plus 1, okay. And just taking common 5, we would get 3x plus 1 again. Okay, so we have arrived the factors. 3x plus 1 is the one factor, or 2x plus 5 is other of this given polynomial px. Okay, so this is your required result. Okay, I assure like splitting the middle. Okay, it's written here by splitting the middle term. So this was to be done in that way. Okay, now I have already solved this question for you. Okay, so let's see how to solve in. Okay, so according to this given, we need to find factors. Okay, so just tell me what is the form that we were using. We were using ax square plus bx plus c should be equal to x minus a. We know that the more than two factors can't be possible. Okay, so just take 6 common and we would arrive at a solution of this form. Okay, so we know that AB is constant. Okay, this is suppose Px polynomial, and we know that A into B is constant, which is equal to 5 by 6 in that case. Okay, compare with this. Now we need to find factors of 5 by 6 which makes this polynomial 0. Okay, so what are the factors of 5 by 6? Just check it out. Okay. Okay, so I'll just factorize it here. I hope it's visible to you. Okay, so 5 by 6 can be written as 5 by 6 into 1, okay, or as 5 by 2 into 1 by 3, or as 5 by 3 into 1 by 2. So there are multiple factors, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so just, and their negatives also will be counted because it's x square. Okay, so we're gonna check for what values it's giving 0. Just put here x equal to minus 1 by 3. Just check it, what is coming. When we keep minus 1 by 3 is 1 by 9, okay, and minus 9 plus 5, okay, 9 and 6 will get LCM and we'll check for the value. Okay, so I hope you checked and you got that at P minus 1 by 3 it giving us a 0. Okay, so just P minus 1 by 3 is giving us a 0, and similarly if we would check for factor minus 5 by 2 it would give us 0. So in that way we got our A and B. One can be as minus 1 by 3, another can be minus 5 by 2. So we can write the factors at x plus 1 by 3 and x plus 5 by 2. Okay, so this is gonna be your answer. So we have learned two formulas, splitting the middle term and by factor theorem. Again a question of factor theorem. So similarly, sorry, it's y, so I'll write y and we're gonna write it as y minus a into y minus b of the form. Okay, so again you can compare ab is equal to 6 and the factors of a comma b. Okay, factors of 6 are 6, 1, 2 and 3, or the negatives. Okay, now by factor theorem we have to put every value and check. Okay, suppose you're gonna put 1 here. Okay, suppose y equal to 1. Okay, so we're gonna check for p of 1. 1 minus 5 plus 6. No, it's not what we desired. Okay, it's 2. Now just check for minus 1. Again it will be 1 plus 5 plus 6. No result. Okay, so we'll check for 2 similarly. 4 minus 10. Okay, we got 0. So p of 2. 4 minus 10 plus 6. 0. One factor would be 2 for sure. Okay, now check for 3. 9 minus 15 plus 6. Again we got a 0. I'm just lucky, okay. It's not like I'm checking I can't check for minus 2. You can check for minus 2. It's hit and trial, okay. So the answer would be y minus 2 into y minus 3. Okay, this would be your required result. Okay, so in this way you can factorize by the factor theorem. Now, if simply factorization and this question is given, now tell me what is the degree? 3. Okay, and how this degree polynomial is written: ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, now just tell me how would you factorize? Okay, so the technique we would be using, or I'll suggest you to use for a 3 degree is, first you need to find a single, okay, a single value, a zeros of a polynomial or a factor of this polynomial, and that you can divide it. Okay, so now if after dividing you will get a qx which will be of less degree than this, and then you can use the split the middle term. So we would do the same. Just check for p of 0. Is it 0? No, it's minus 120. Now check for p of 1. 1 minus 23 plus 1. Okay, I know it's a little tricky task and you need to check it all. But okay, no more tricky. We got p of 1. Okay, 0. So for sure x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. Okay, I'm writing just q of x as like the remaining part. Okay, now how to find q of x? You just need to divide this polynomial by x minus 1. I'm not doing it for you because I have already taught you the dividend part. So qx will be x square minus 22x. I have already done it, don't worry, plus 120. Now what you are gonna do with this? You don't gonna leave it like the answer. Okay, you just need to factorize it. Now I told you how to factorize this. Simplest way is to use split the middle term, in which the sum is 22 and the product is 120. Now think of two numbers with this value. I hope you arrive at 10 and 12 because it's a very easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna splitting first qx, okay, and then I'll write it together. Okay, x square minus 22x plus 120. Okay, so it's x square minus 10x minus 12x plus 120. So after splitting we would get x minus 10 and x minus 12. So after the whole splitting process we get 3 factors or 3 zeros more precisely, and that is the answer. So I hope you learned how to solve 3-degree polynomials. Okay, so we'll stop here, and from the next lecture we will be continuing with algebraic identities. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. Thank you so much.